Right, gents, just by way, just going to talk you through what the requirements are for assignment 2. All right, so on the second page, we've got the obligatory information about handing, etc. So this is assignment 2. It's about the evaluation of the use of microcontrollers to control industrial mechatronic systems traditionally controlled by PLCs. It covers the learn and outcome number 2, which is critically analyze a range of methods of control used in mechatronic systems. It being issued today, Thursday the 2nd of April, hand-in date is Thursday the 8th of May. Okay? So, by agreement, that's what we agreed last week, I believe. Never mind, grade and matrix. Okay? I ain't going to go through that in detail, but if you want to get the best marks, you need to look at the grade and matrix to see what standard I'm looking for to achieve the grade that you want to achieve. Okay? The only thing that I've changed on that from previous years is if you look at the overall report and presentation referencing, I have added 4 first and second upper that your report is written in within 5% of the word limit of 2,500 words. If you want second lower, a 2.2, you're looking at 10%, and if you go outside that, the grading for that part of the assessment will be assessed as third. I don't mean you're going to get an overall third, but, you know, I'm going to be giving a certain amount of marks towards that. So there is penalty for throwing words at the problem, if that's what we like to call it. Okay? Providing me with assignments that fall through the floor when I drop them. All right? And there's another bit I want to point out to you right at the end in the guidance that goes towards that too. So, as an introduction, despite high level of use of microcontrollers, such as in washing machines and ovens, modern PLC remained the favourite method for mechatronic systems. Assignment requires you to carry out research to answer the following question. With the increased power of small embedded microprocessors and PICs, could they be a viable option to replace the use of PLCs in smaller scale mechatronic systems? So I'm asking you to research PLC applications and programming methods, as well as the application and programming methods for microprocessor and PIC style controllers, of which the Genie is one example. There are other sort of educational examples like Mbed and Arduino, as well as the fully fledged industrial microprocessor chips that are out there. Okay? Using your research, write a report that outlines the typical uses of both types of controller for mechatronic systems. Focus on critically analysing each option for its use in industrial applications. I want you to take in particular consideration that what's involved in the initial build, putting the system together, costings, not just the costing of the equipment, but the cost in terms of labour in programming. What you need to look at here as PLC programming language is designed to be, in essence, understandable by someone who's used to traditional electrical diagrams. The ladder diagram format, whether or not you like it, the ladder diagram format fits that. Someone who's spent years working with traditional relay electrical circuits would have a good chance of understanding PLC logic. Okay. Now, as you've found, the Genie controller is a whole different ball game. That's programming skills, that's software engineering, and that's a totally different way of thinking about the problem. You've got the more detailed control down to a lower level but you've got to tell that process every single little thing that you wanted to do. Whereas turning a light off and on with one switch is one line of ladder logic in a PLC program, you've found out from your practical experience it's not quite as easy as that with the flow charts of the Genie. Okay? So I'm hoping that you can bring some of that basic practical experience of programming the Genies and the PLCs when you use those on the foundation degree into this assignment. Okay? You also want to think in terms of the ongoing maintenance of the system and how and its ability to be modified. One area where a company might want to use something like a microcontroller is where they sort of almost want to hide the software in essence. So there's less ability to be able to steal or alter the software by a third party because it's much more difficult to get that software out of the microcontroller into a format that's understandable by anybody. It's not so easy to do that with the PLCs. So these are the sort of issues I want you to be thinking about when you write this assignment. Okay? So that's the general guidance on that. The other thing I want to point out to you, word limit is 2,500 words. Usual thing about the font and line spacing, the Harvard referencing system. Relevant additional material should be placed in referenced appendices. This should not be used to gain extra words. Your analysis and argument must be in the main report. Okay? So, yes, some well-chosen additional appendices material, but if that's not signposted, that there's more detail to be found of what that is in the appendix, I ain't going to be reading it. Okay? And that mustn't be, your argument must not be in there. It won't get read. Your argument and your reasoning must be in the main report. Okay? You know, I understand what I mean by that. Because there's been a lot of that over the years with projects where the appendices is used to put a lot of extra project material in. I don't want that. That's not what you're meant to be doing. The appendices is for background extra information if the reader wants to look at it. And you should signpost the reader to specific areas of that. All right, anyone got any questions? Rob? What, on the site for this module? What you're asking me to put links to some books for you to read. So you're asking me to do your research for you. Practical, yeah. I'll have a look and see what I can find. Some basic stuff, all right? Yep. That might lead you to looking at other places. So I want you to do some research, you see. Yeah. And I thought the time spent in here was better spent at you having to go practical work because you ain't going to do that outside of here. So, yeah. But I'll see what I can find and try and put some stuff up there. All right? I won't be spending a long time on it, though, because I haven't got it. All right? Anything else, boys?